Hello, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Monday, February 26, 2024. One of the big items in the news today is the fact that another of the Rothschilds has passed away. His death was announced today. When did it happen? I'm not sure. But Lord Rothschild was 87 years old, and there's speculation that the nuns were pretty excited about the announcement in the alt media community and wondering if there's more to come, which of course there is. You just kind of wonder who will be next, and at what point have we tipped the scales enough to go public, go live, and make things known. Well, let's look at a compilation that I've got for you. It is by no means everything that's out there. It's a few items I found as I was looking into this announcement of a passing, and I'll share it with you. And you're welcome to look at it in more depth if you'd like by following the Facebook link that will be in the video description box. I apologize that we have to hopscotch over to things, but since my primary platform is YouTube, they're very picky about what links are allowed to be shared. So this way we do it on a platform they're okay with, and you can see links that are in the comments. So if you ever wondered why I do a compilation and don't just put it in the video description box, now you know. Okay, let's go to that compilation and see what I have for you, okay? Okay, so here is Lord Rothschild, who has passed away. And recently, we've been noticing, look, this is by no means all, it's the more recent announcements of some liquidation of assets for the Rothschilds. Okay, last September, one of their historic houses went up for sale in Aylesbury, and it was reported the Rothschild family treasures were going to be sold in a historic auction worth millions, which understand now this family is worth trillions. And then also last year, a Manhattan penthouse, which was tied to their family, was listed for 30 million. So liquidating assets is not the norm for this family. They, acquire, they don't divest. Now, 3 days ago, Ivanka Trump posted this picture without any comment. The black bow, everybody was wondering what that signified. Mourning a passing, an end of an era. There was lots of speculation about it. What was it tied to, this bow? Well, 2 days ago, there was a rare sighting. The public was stunned because without any kind of announcement, the King's Garden in London, and you can follow the link. There's numerous ones available on the platform known as X. And you could see that there was a King's Guard. They had a white horse, which signified the king is present, but he's not. Then the Union Jack was covered. When their Union Jack flag is covered in black, it signifies death. Everybody wondered who died. And the comment was, I don't understand why we're seeing what we're seeing right now. Well, then this morning, there's the announcement that Lord Rothschild has passed away. And so this was done for what I think we're seeing is a nod to the fact that the actual head of England was and is the Rothschilds. Here's a picture that's pretty famous of him poking Prince Charles in the chest, and with no repercussions, none at all. So I added that. Now let's look at a couple of interesting and possibly tied to this event 17 posts. Here's one, number 2903. The talks, and it is a delta. It was done 5 years ago today. So this is a delta. The other one is not. So I look to see for deltas, and then I look to see possibly a tie-in with that name. Here's the one that was the delta. It's going to be historic, planned long ago. Within the next 21 days, big, big, big happenings are going to take place. And we know we are seeing more notables who are dying suddenly, passing away. A lot of them, though, are more elderly. It just makes me kind of wonder what's going on. And if we're getting ready, I also wondered if some of the divesting of assets and liquidating art objects, things like that, had possibly to do with seeing Executive Order 13818 in action. Just something I was speculating about. Then the one that I thought might be pertinent that we saw here, Fly Roths Fly Sweet Dreams. It's not a Delta, but it does refer to the Rothschilds. And we have had 3 in, I believe, the past year who have passed away of the Rothschilds. Now, even though that family name is one of the 13 that we're told rule the world, they're only the fingers of a hand. There's unnamed family behind that really has they're minions, even though they're trillionaires, they're minions. Now, what my hope is part of the reason I hope that this is an unfolding of the plan. Okay, a slow disclosure that our world is getting cleaned up, and it's a white hat type of action. That these announcements are set up. We're told symbolism will be their downfall, but we don't always consider that sometimes the symbolism might be from the side of the white hats to hearten people, to shake their tree a little bit, if they're the cabal. So symbolism will be their downfall. I think that's kind of interesting to think about, that the symbolism could be from us to them, letting us, doing a communication and signaling to them that things are changing. Now, my other hope as a person who is convinced that the way to have our plane of existence be really cleaned up is through ascension, not through changing government structures. Although I want them to be changed, absolutely. I think that the ascension process, as we raise our vibration and frequency, and so does that of our plane of existence, and it makes it pretty uncomfortable for lower vibrational beings. And even those trillionaires are pretty low vibrational. If you have read about what they're into, what they do, how they acquired their power, who they serve, who they worship, that's low vibration. So I also hope that what's going on is not so much white hat action as the fact that they're just not able to maintain their health and systems as much as our world gets lighter and brighter and our frequency and vibration raises. So I think they're working in conjunction, those two things, white hat action. And then as more and more people are waking up, realizing how important, everything goes back to vibration and frequency, and they work at keeping their vibration higher and refusing to live in fear. It's all helping to make the vibration of our planet go faster and higher, and the frequency go higher. And the more we do that, the more individuals that are extremely low frequency are going to have system failures. So I think that's just a reality. Well, what I want to do today with the cards, now that we've kind of explored the fact that another of the Rothschilds has been announced to be passed away, and it's interesting that it was heralded with that procession, that funeral procession 2 days ago that was not really explained at all. I think it was a nod to the fact that he really ran things over there, that the royal family were actually his minions. And in turn, like I said, we need to understand that he is somebody's minion. And I don't claim to know who or what they're a minion of. I know who they worship, who they serve, but not the name of the people they answer to. So let's just ask for, out of curiosity, what does the universe want us to know about this announced passing of Lord Rothschild? And we'll see what the universe wants us to know. So we're looking for insights and information. And then if there's any kind of advice that we need to be aware of, that also. So insights, information, and potential advice. Let's see what the universe wants us to know about this passing. But again, and just a funny aside here, as soon as the passing of this person was announced on Twitter, platform known as X now, Satan started being trending. And if you look at the things that are trending, that picture of that man shows up in a lot of those pictures. So there's a pretty good consensus among a lot of people that are awake and aware that no matter how they try to polish up that image, there was known evil there, known evil. So our world is lighter and brighter with the passing of yet another person that is that low vibration, that evil, that has done harm to innocent life. So let's see what the universe wants us to know when we have further insights or information, okay? I'm going to switch the camera and you can watch me work with the cards and we'll find out together what those insights and information might be. So we're asking for insights and information about the passing of Jacob Rothschild. We'd like this information to be free of any veiling or obscuring efforts that have been done to information about this family, and they do have the means to do quite powerful obscuring and veiling, but that doesn't make it foolproof. So we're asking for insights and information that would have been provided prior to any obscuring or veiling efforts for Jacob Rothschild and what that signifies and means to us. So insights and information. Okay, 6 of Wands, 8 of Swords, Ace of Cups, the World. Means good things, I can tell you that right now. Page of Swords, the Devil, and King of Cups. Okay, I'm going to need to share with you the insights that the cards are giving me, and then we'll look at the elements in the cards and their placement in this particular layout that kind of led me to say what I said. And let's go here. The 6 of Wands is always a victory card, okay? And wands are fast acting. Kind of interesting that that procession was on horseback, and the 6 of Wands is also on horseback. So I think that was kind of interesting. So what I'm seeing is we can be happy that this announcement has happened, even though he may have already left the earthly plane prior to the announcement. It may not have just happened, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not getting a sense of that at all, one way or the other, but I think it's quite likely that they timed the announcement again to be a communication, a signal, something like that. Now, one of the reasons that I feel comfortable in saying that the timing of this was important, so it may not have just happened, is that one of the meanings of the 8 of Swords is right timing. So again, a victory, the time was right to announce this victory, this passing of this figurehead of the Rothschild family. And the Ace of Cups is the recent past. And that is talks about that there's a lot of potential here. It's very fulfilling on the part, and I'm getting that this is for the white hats, that we're getting higher up the food chain with the passings, the resignations, the that kind of thing. So with the players that were causing a lot of pain and suffering on the earthly plane. So this is a card of success. Cups are emotions. So it was like, there's some people that are doing that, yeah, type of thing with this announcement and this passing. It's good things for the world. Again, the wreaths on tarot cards are victory, and this is the biggest wreath in the deck, and the world is pretty self-explanatory. So this lessening of power and the removal of some of the older heads of these families and their dynasties is a good thing for the world. Absolutely. Let's look at the near future, because I thought that was a little bit humorous. The Page of Swords is kind of giving us a nod to the fact that this is a card of truth. And in the suit that discusses legal written and spoken words, things like that. So again, I think it's part of the plan. Absolutely. And the Page of Swords is he doesn't back down from a challenge. Okay, now look who he's looking at with his sword and stuff, the devil. I think what we're seeing here is that this is the future that the Rothschild, this particular Rothschild, probably any of them that are involved in shenanigans, they're in for some rude surprises, and they're going to find out that they have been serving someone that was fairly tricky in nature. And it's going to be kind of like too late, so sad, too bad for them. Absolutely. I'm going to get two more cards because we're getting some good things here. That this is an announcement. We can take some, I don't want to say satisfaction, but we can use it to kind of indicate to us it's okay to feel like this is actually a good event. That there is an element of justice and rightness in this. Okay, now let's get a couple more cards here. Judgment. And I just said he's going to discover, or he has discovered already. Okay, the fact that he's facing some judgment. This one is past decisions kind of catch up with you. So, and again, just a nod to the fact that with this passing, there is more innocent life that is going to be protected, and it is definitely indicative of a step forward in having our world go from dark to light. So let's recap. It was announced today, the 26th of February, that Jacob Rothschild passed away. 3 days previously, Ivanka Trump was sporting a black bow, and it caused a lot of speculation about what that might be signaling, what that might be communicating to us. Then 2 days ago, there was an unexplained procession through London of the funeral type of procession with a white horse that indicated the king was present, but he wasn't, not the one that is thought to be king. And then there were the Union Jack was covered, and there were 2 funeral black horses in that procession. So that was 2 days ago. And then today we hear that the unofficial head of England, the one that ran the royal family, Jacob Rothschild, has passed away. So we asked the universe for insights and information about that situation. What should we know? Didn't get anything really in the way of advice other than it's okay to feel good about this, and it is a step forward for our world going from dark to light. But the insights were kind of interesting, and to me, as a tarot reader, they were somewhat humorous. So the victory card came up indicating the situation. So right away, and we had asked that this information be free of any veiling or obscuring. So it's like good news, good news was the situation. And the card beside it was right timing. So it made me feel fairly confident in saying that the passing may not have just happened, but the timing of it is also a communication when they were allowed or permitted to announce it. Just like I thought when the Queen passed away, it had happened quite some time previously, but the timing of it was planned and definitely a communication. The recent past at age showing up, truth, success. So, and cups are a card, the suit that talks about emotions. So again, it's okay to feel some sense of justice has been served, or this is not a person that's gone that we need to mourn. The world showed up for the present, and the wreath card in the world, it's always a victory type of card. So good things for the world. We have a truth card showing up for the near future. Not only is this a nod to the fact that there is, again, that trickle, we've gone from drip, drip to trickle on truths and knowing who really plays what role in the world stage. Okay. But it was also truth time with his passing for Jacob Rothschild. Okay, so he is going to be seeing who he worshipped and having that heart to heart. I don't think he's going to see he's got the reception quote we wanted. He's going to realize that he served a false master for his entire life. And the judgment card showed up, kind of confirming that. So Glad I'm not him. Okay, and then the final card, just a beautiful card of reconciliation and sibling love and care and brotherly love. The Six of Cups. So again, our world is lighter and brighter as a result of this passing. So that's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and attention, and appreciate each and every one of you, especially those who have had to time and again resubscribe to my channel, or because they don't get notifications, just have to check. And I do try to put up new content at least every other day, 4 or 5 times a week. It just depends on what's going on the rest of my life. Sometimes it's 2 a day, sometimes, but I do try to get, content up often enough that it's worth your time to check if you're not getting notifications. And again, I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you'd like to receive it from me, to each and every one of you, I send you love and light and everything bright.